He's gazing off into the
I was
sun.
looking at the
Okay, welcome to the 31st annual Moose Mountain Trail Races. Instead of hosting a mandatory race meeting at the start line, we decided to go with the flow and the same thing that we've done for Shoe Trail Ultra and for BC Backyard, and to do our race briefing video that you can watch at your leisure prior to race day. Sitting with me here today, I have Leo, who's timing extraordinaire, helps with anything and everything. Couldn't do life without him. We have Curtis. He is your course manager. Christine is with her parents in Abbotsford. She's not able to join us, and she'll be doing all the volunteer stuff. And then Elizabeth is also in BC. She'll be heading out this way to help with photography, help Curtis out, help Leo out, keep me sane. So cheers. Cheers to Moose Mountain.
Cheers.
And incredibly honored to host you guys. What do you have to say? Moose Mountain is once again a sold out show, so thank you for including us in your race journey. We are still looking for a handful of volunteers. A couple of them are critical positions. If you have time to share or know of somebody that has time to share, the volunteer link is on the Lewiston Ultra Events website. All of our volunteers are going to get this incredible hoodie, and will be entered to win some of our race day raffle prizing. Once again, package pickup will be hosted at with our friends, Born Brewing. It will be from noon to 7 p.m. Christine usually covers package pickup, so I'm out of my element here.
Friday the 25th.
Friday the 25th is package pickup from noon to 7 p.m. Born Brewing is going to have some specials. They will have a pint special for $5.25 and 10% off all cans. If you are not able to make it to package pickup between noon and 7 p.m. on Friday, August 25th, we will have a last minute package pickup on race morning. However, we ask that you only use this as a last resort. We have a lot of racers that are going to need to go through mandatory check-in, and our volunteer resources are limited. So again, if you can make it to package pickup, are you bringing?
Yeah.
If you can make it to package pickup on Friday, August 25th, come visit us at Boren Brewing for some specials. Run Uphill will also likely be on site, and we'll have some last minute fuel and gear for you to purchase. Over to Curtis about the Kananaskis Park Pass.
All right, so the race is being held in West Bryan Creek, so the use area in West Bryan Creek, and because of that, you will need to get a park pass. So you will need to get a Kananaskis Park Pass if you're going to be driving your vehicle and parking there for the day. You cannot get the parking pass through us. You need to get it through the government of Alberta, and the easiest way to do that is going to alberta.ca and then doing a quick search for Kananaskis Conservation Pass, and then through there you can purchase your park pass. But you are required to have one, or you will get ticketed parking in the lot.
Conservation will likely be on site. They have been every year since the pandemic, so it's highly likely that you will get a ticket if you do not purchase that pass. Does anyone know how much the pass is just for a day? $10? $15? I think the annual pass is $90 and $15 for the day. And it goes to getting all that toilet paper in the outhouses, so.
And the sanitizer.
And the sanitizer.
And the sanitizer.
And upkeep of the trails.
Okay,
times.
over to Leo for mandatory check-in.
All right, even if you picked up your race package on Friday the 25th, you are required to check in with us on race day from 7:30 a.m. until approximately 8:20 a.m. for the 29, 42, and 50 kilometer distances, and then 10 a.m. until approximately 10:50 a.m. for the 16K. We will attempt to contact runners that have not checked in but have picked up their race package. You must check in or you will be assessed a DNS, did not start, on your race record, and you don't want that. Now, start times. We are starting at 8:30 for the 29, 42, and 50K, and 11 a.m. for the 16K. Now, over to Curtis for course stuff.
All right. So I'll quickly talk about the different distances that we have and a little bit of information about each. So first off, we have our 16K race. Of course, this is all trail. It's going to be mostly single track and some double track. And the elevation gain on the 16-kilometer course is a 460-meter gain with the exact same loss. So the loss is the same at 460 meters, and it should be noted that there is one aid station available at the 8 kilometers at the 8-kilometer mark. The 29K, the elevation gain is 1,220 meters, and the loss is also 1,220 meters. Again, all single track and double track. There's going to be 2 aid stations, and they are at 9 kilometers and then at 20 kilometers. The 42K race, the elevation gain is 1,620, and the elevation loss is also 1,620 meters. You have 4 aid stations, because you're going to be hitting 2 twice. And then the 50K, the elevation gain is 2,351 meters with the same elevation loss. Again, you're going to be having 4 aid stations, one at 9K, one at 22K, one at 36, and then at 41. One thing that I will like to note on the course is that it is very, very likely you will encounter some cows grazing along the course. If you see a cow, it's totally normal, expect to see some. From there, I will move into the course markings.
Are you going to model like Vanna?
Yes, I will. So what you're going to be looking for along the course, and it's going to be marked extremely well, is primarily this. So these are the flags that you will be looking for that will guide you along your race journey, along with these pin flags. So these pin flags, if you see these or these, you're going the right way. Not only that, we will have different markings along the course to help you. Anywhere that there's going to be a course marshal, you'll see one of these. It's usually an important intersection that you'll need to pay a little bit close attention to. If you see one of these, you are going the wrong way. Take note, turn around, go back to where you came from, and we will have arrows pointing you in the correct direction.
What if I get an owie while I'm out there running?
If you get an owie out there running, if there's an emergency, so let's say you see an injured runner, depending on the severity of the injury, you may want to stay with that runner until medical aid arrives, or depending on where you are on the course, if you deem that it's actually going to be faster and to get to the next aid station, to run to the next aid station to ask for aid, do that. Or if you do have cell service, there's going to be a number for CARA or race headquarters. I would jot down that number, and it's going to be in your racer package, and call that number.
And it's on the back of your bib.
And it's on the back of your bib. And
I think that's it for.
So,
we have little notes written down.
Kara,
so that we don't forget everything.
talk to us about the cutoff times.
Okay, the cutoff times. So we do have a couple of cutoff times, and these are hard cutoff times. Please don't ask the aid station captain or the aid station volunteers to let you pass after the cutoff times. What happens if they let you pass is that the other volunteers that are at the aid stations have to wait until you get there. Plus it delays our course sweeps going out on course, and it delays us at the finish line from our teardown, and we are only permitted to be there for a certain amount of time. So these are hard cutoffs. If you do arrive at the aid stations after cutoff, please don't ask the aid station captain to allow you through. They will not let you through. They might call me, and I'm gonna have to tell them that you cannot pass through. So for our 50 kilometer, 29 kilometer, and 42 kilometer racers, you have a cutoff time of 1 p.m. That is your first cutoff time. You must pass through T Junction at 1 p.m. This is the aid station when you come back off the switchbacks down the mountain. So 1 p.m. T Junction, you must pass through. The next cutoff is 2 p.m. and it's at Moose Connector. So for the 50-kilometer racers, if you do not pass through Moose Connector by 2 p.m., you're going to be diverted to the finish line and you will DNF. The reason that we do this for our 50-kilometer racers is because when you sign up for the 50-kilometer event, we want you to be really serious about the event that you're taking on and that you are going up the mountain. So if you do not make that 2 p.m. cutoff, you will be reverted to the finish line and you will DNF. The 42-kilometer racers, you're cut up 2 p.m. at Moose Connector. If you do not pass through at 2 p.m., you are diverted to the finish line and you will get placement in the 29-kilometer distance. 29-kilometer, wait. Yeah, the same as the 29, yeah. See what happens? Okay, so our 29-kilometer racers, you only have that 1 p.m. finish line to worry about, and that's the T-junction one. The 42 and the 50 have the 2 p.m. as well at Moose Connector. The 16-kilometer racers, you just need to make it to the finish line by 3:30, which gives you 4.5 hours to crush 16 kilometers. So plenty of time. If you have any questions or need clarity on anything that we're talking about today too, the racer rules and information are available on the website in PDF format. You can print them and everything's also there for you to read through. So again, cutoffs, they are a hard cutoff. Please don't ask for pass. 1 p.m. T-junction, 2 p.m. Moose Connector. Now we are going back to Curtis for everything about aid stations and all the yummy snacks.
All right. We've kind of talked about a little bit about aid stations already. Kara mentioned some of their names. So we really have 3 aid stations that are going to be set up. The racers will be hitting some of them twice. One is called T-junction, Moose Connector, and Telephone Loop. The aid stations are really, they're a fun atmosphere. They're really encouraging, and they're really a big highlight for most racers along their race journey. If you've never been to a trail race or an ultra before, what you can expect are a few things like you're going to see water, electrolytes, soda pop, gummy bears, like some bars like power bars, chips, pretzels, sandwiches, peanut butter jam sandwiches, pickles, bananas, oranges, and hopefully watermelon. And NAC electrolytes. So along with that, you're going to find some basic first aid. Moose Mountain Trail Races is a Trail Sisters approved partner, and as such, we will have feminine hygiene products at each of the aid stations. And if you do, it should be noted, if you do require something special that's not going to be at the aid station, we highly recommend that you do carry that, or you will just have to go without. Lewis and Ultra events are a cupless event, so we will not be providing disposable cups at the aid stations. So be aware of that, and we will advise you to bring a reusable cup that just stack in your pack or in your belt or whatever you're going to be using, and so that you can use this at the aid stations and it is reusable. One other thing is there is not going to be water at the start line, so when you come to the start line, please come prepared. Please come have all your water fully prepared for the race. Other than that, I am going to put it back to Leo, who's going to talk to us about...
I'm just going to jump in for 1 second. So these little cups, you are going to be carrying fluid or water with you. Leo's going to touch on that right away. But this cup is perfect when you're at the aid station if you want some Coke or ginger ale. You're not going to want to put it in your bladder or your hydration bottles. So this is something nice to have with you if your stomach's upset or you just want Coke. I don't even know why we crave Coke when we run, but we do. It's good, especially if it's warm. So anyway, perfect. Okay, sorry. Over to Leo.
Warm Coke?
Warm Coke is delicious. And if it's like open and not bubbly.
It's a sugar rush.
Yeah, right? There's something. Anyways,
we're going to talk about the unlikely event of dropping from the race. If you do decide to drop from the race, you must do so at an aid station. And you need to notify the aid station captain to avoid us mobilizing search and rescue. As well, you need to turn in your bid. If you cannot make it to an aid station, you need to stay on course and wait for the suite to come and find you. Please do not go off course. If we cannot account for you, we will have to mobilize search and rescue, and you may be billed if we find out looking for you was based on a completely frivolous reason. What else do we got? What to carry? Yes, required gear in the 29, 42, and 50K. Because you do break tree line on this course, you are going to be asked at the pre-race check-in to carry a wind/waterproof jacket, and this is for your safety. No jacket, no race. If you do not have a lightweight wind or waterproof jacket, please consider bringing an emergency blanket or a garbage bag instead. In terms of recommended run gear, this is stuff we won't be checking, but because you are journeying through mountain terrain, we do recommend that you bring this for extremely variable weather conditions. A hydration pack with a recommended carrying capacity of 1 liter, 400 to 600 calories at a minimum, an emergency whistle, the aforementioned space blanket or an emergency bivvy, a race course map either on your watch or on a phone, bear spray, gloves, mittens, buff, a toque or a hat, an additional warm layer, a cell phone even though a substantial portion of the course does not have cell phone coverage, sunscreen, lip balm protection or sunglasses, and a high energy fuel or drink. We'll talk about other race rules now. Participants must be over the age of 18 years on race day. Polls are permitted. No littering. You will be disqualified from the race and banned future entry if you get caught. Please follow the courses marked and flagged in the direction of the race. We know that it is possible for you to go off course. If you become disoriented, please backtrack or retrace your steps to the last flag you saw and then rejoin the course at where you diverged. There is absolutely no pacing. Bibs are assigned for the runner only and are not to be passed to another runner. Any pacers are not covered under Lewis and Ultra Events insurance, and if they are identified, both the registered runner and the rogue pacer will be banned from all future events. As we mentioned before, if you encountered an injured runner, please consider staying with them until medical attention or help arrives. Or, if safe to do so, please proceed to the next aid station and report the first name and bib number, approximate location, and the nature of the injury. Please use washroom facilities if available or common sense when relieving yourself. We are very strong proponents of leaving no trace. No storing food or supplies along the trail and course. Runners are expected to be mindful of other runners and the general public and perform in a sportsmanlike manner. Runners and participants are also responsible for all forms of medical coverage required, such as, but not limited to, cost of rescue services, treatment, hospitalization, emergency evacuation, a helicopter ride, or an ATV ride. In terms of cell coverage, there really isn't any, but there is a cell hotspot for free public use at the start-finish area by the West Bragg Creek parking lot. Otherwise, it's mostly intermittent through the course. And I think I'm going to throw that back to Karen now.
You bet. Let's talk about once you are done this gorgeous race and you join us at the finish line. The date of the event, we really could expect any type of weather at the race. We've had snow in previous years. It's been extremely hot. We've been sunburned. So we really don't know what to expect. So be prepared for anything, rain, anything. So to hang out, we really want you to stick around the finish line and hang out with us. It's really exciting and fun to cheer on all the racers as they come through. So we recommend that you bring a folding chair. If you have a cowbell, bring it. some sunscreen, a change of clothes, a warm jacket. In the morning, it's usually quite cold. You're gonna see all of us wearing winter jackets and toques and mitts. So really just pack that trunk full of everything and hang out with us. True Booch is gonna be joining us at the finish line with free samples. We also have Lakeview Bakery that has cookies and gluten-free haystacks for all of our finishers. Peak Health is also gonna be at the finish line doing free first come, first serve massages for our racers, volunteers, and anybody. Our amazing friends at Koros are once again doing a trail trash incentive with us. As Leo mentioned, we really stand behind Leave No Trace. So if any racers, volunteers, crews, spectators, anyone that's around happens to pick up a piece of mistakenly dropped garbage, if you bring it to race headquarters, we put everybody in a draw to enter to win a Koros APX or GPX watch, and we do the draw at the end of the race. We couldn't do what we do without our incredible friends at Born Brewing. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yep. Koros Canada, Run Uphill again will probably be on site at package pickup and likely at the finish line. Saucony Canada, Arc'teryx Alberta, Silly Pint, all of our racers will have the choice between the Mountain Air or the Smoke Cups. They're going to be first come, first serve. Blaze Apparel, our hoodies, you're going to be able to get either a black or a gray. Again, first come, first serve. Scouts Canada, they join us for the entire duration of race weekend and make sure that you guys are safe out there on the mountain. Aerolax, Lakeview Bakery, Le Refuge, NAC, all of our bars on course and our electrolyte and hydration is with NAC. Riders Rustic Woodworking, once again, all of our finisher medals are red. Are they going to be able to see that?
Ah, probably.
Okay. Beautiful medals from Josiah and her family at Riders Rustic. Our finisher awards are from Wildwood Goods. So some of them will look like that, and they're like that, charcuterie boards. Peak Health, Bragg Creek Trails. Bragg Creek Trails hosts numerous volunteer days that you can go out and give back. They also have a Bragg Creek shop in West Bragg Creek that you can purchase cups, shirts, socks, all of that stuff, and it all goes towards their not-for-profit. Calgary Trail Culture, Calgary Trail Runners, Pain Train Run Collective, Trail Sisters, and Nickel Law. Yeah, we're incredibly grateful. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without all these awesome folks. So stretch, taper. We're really excited and looking forward to hosting you. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I will be checking out an email by Thursday, August 24th. So if you need anything, you have to find my phone number on the website and get hold of me that way. Thanks for including us as part of your race journey. We're looking forward to hosting you. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. See you at the race. Good luck.
Race.
And it's like rad again, right?
Just for you.